once you have come to a place where you realize that everything that you thought reality was and that you are isn't what you thought it was. And when you get to the place where you can wrap your mind around the fact that everything that is your life, your childhood, your feelings about your childhood, your teenage years, your angst, your relationship with your family, your parents, your identity when it comes to work, school, community. There's a moment in time where when you're finally on the track, when you've finally been guided to the right source and you finally hear something that collaborates and reaffirms your own personal experiences that you might have up until this point not understood, rejected, or afraid of, or pushed under the rug because you didn't think it was worth bringing up, or you could have been in an environment where you felt it wouldn't be safe or welcome to bring up the what I came to learn were unique experiences that other people were not having. For a long time, I just felt so outside of everything. Like I could observe life and have thoughts and feelings and reactions about it, but I wasn't really a participant. That's what I felt like. I felt alienated a lot. I think that was because how could these things be happening to me and inside of me that nobody else was talking about it? Maybe my trauma, my abusive childhood was sort of the catalyst to the internal journey that I've been on for decades that have led me to where I am now. Understanding things like how can the world be all and everything that everyone else says that it is when other people aren't talking about things that are happening to me that I know it's my reality that are happening to me. Astral projection is the name I found out for this thing I could do, or I wouldn't even say I could do, that happened to me without me consciously trying. I have never tried to have visionary dreams. They just happen when they feel like it. They show me what they want to show me. I don't control it. I don't suggest it. I don't know how at this point. And it's been many years since I could do that, and I haven't really been open to it for a long time. But, dreams where I just have a dream and I think it's a dream. Who would think it's different until you get to work and everything you dreamt about happened step by step, comment by comment, to the point where I'm just like stopping and I'm like, what's going on? Is this real? I dreamt this. How is this happening? How did I know that this was going to happen? Nobody else was having insights like that, and if they were, they weren't telling it to me. There's a lot of other things, but why I'm here today, I've gone from understanding the truth, the law of oneness, the value of meditation. I won't say the illusion of reality, because even though it might be merely a dream of infinite intelligence, or an illusion created for the mind, the living mind, I'm within that construct. I exist within it. I'm made up of all the rules and laws that govern this universe, and I'm as much a part of it, and I can't get around it or away from it. It is what it is. I can also see, in some sense, some similar correlations to what I've been learning to my grandmother's faith, Baptist Christian. Wasn't really for me. Religion in general, not really for me. I didn't even think I was a spiritual person. I thought I was a rational person. I thought I was a reasonable person. That, like, I turned away from Sunday school and church and got myself kicked out by questions about how can there be, how could the earth and the heavens have been created in 7 days if there are dinosaurs which existed 65 million years ago, and they lasted for millions of years? That timing doesn't quite seem to match up. What's up with that? Can you help my little child mind reconcile what I'm learning at school at science to what I'm learning here in Sunday school, church? And I was promptly vilified. And I was a child, mind you. Elementary school, I think it was grade 6 or 7, maybe 5, actually. And I was told I wasn't allowed to attend Sunday school anymore. And my grandmother acted as if she was very disappointed in me, and I couldn't understand why, because I didn't see the evil intent in my question. And I grew to think that if ever there's a situation or a group or a place of people who are adamantly judging and saying that what I know to be intuitively, or what I'm learning at school, is wrong, for me, that was a no-no. As a child, there's no way. So I certainly didn't consider myself religious or spiritual. I didn't ever expect to be where I am today. Which is, where am I today? Well, I'm 46 years old. I'm the mother of a 5-year-old son and a 26-year-old daughter. They do not have the same father. I recently graduated from college, upgrading to get my high school diploma, which I got. And then I went on to do some business, hospitality, and tourism. And that was kind of like, obviously my whole life has been a journey to this point, right? But that was kind of like a really visceral turning point for me to stop coasting through life. And I really had to sit down and look inward at myself, at my feelings, at my plans, at my thoughts, at my belief systems. I had to reevaluate everything to understand why I was where I was and where I'm going from here on out and from there on in. I wanted to know why I forced myself to pursue something that didn't resonate with me. And I wanted to understand why my body decided that it would make me have a breakdown just to get me to understand how much this was not my path. Then leave me pathless, just wandering around, wondering what to do with myself now that I've dropped out of the program. And, well, what does this mean for me? And what is my worth now that I've given up? And what can I ever do if this isn't the right thing? And I'm getting older and time's running out. A lot of thoughts and words spinning around, pressuring me, making me think. All of it was just me lying to myself and telling myself that I needed to be doing these things to validate my existence. Like I was being graded and judged by invisible jury that vaguely resembled some of the not so nice people that I've encountered in my life. I never really admitted that out loud before, so that's a good thing that I've been able to say that, because then I could see that and know that that was sort of onto me and I wasn't conscious of it. And so this journey was a journey to from unconsciousness to consciousness, to understanding and finding that I am a spiritual being, whether I like it or not, and that in fact I am spiritual, that what I'm learning does not contradict itself between the science of the universe, of quantum physics, I thought for a while, I'm just going to ride this wave, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just know that every fiber in my DNA told me not to be taking that course and don't put my energy into that. And yet here I am, another year later, and I haven't found what I'm supposed to be doing by career choice. No, I've spent the past, oh my goodness, I think it started back in March of 2022, and it's January 2023 now. And all of my researching, all of my searching for understanding has led me to the 7 Hermetic principles, the raw sessions, and I guess I'm just at this point where I can't help but just question I'm being guided to this clearly, And I'm learning to listen to my inner voice and the intuition inside of me. And it's not a coincidence that I'm on this path and that these things are being revealed to me to corroborate or validate or verify questions and things I've always needed or wanted to know. But I still don't know, and I don't know why I need to know. What is it all for? Why is this happening to me now? What do I do with it? Why is it not obvious? Why can I not figure out why this knowledge is being put in my path? Is there no ultimate reason? Like no climactic event maybe that I think might be coming? Could it not be just the ongoing everyday life and just living in the flow and the balance and the harmony of the knowing and always riding the wave, and just the more I do it, the more intuitive and natural it'll be for me, the more organic, and things will just fall into line maybe that way? I also wonder if, because I've chosen not to shed myself, is that a problem? Like, is it really necessary for me to think that because this is all an illusion to the all, that I should consider it an illusion? Should I ignore the fact that there's pain and pleasure, but there's suffering and joy? I don't know. I see other people do it and they don't seem happier than me. Some of them seem like they're going through a crisis. But then again, sometimes what feels like a crisis is a turning point where, great changes happen, great inner revelations come about, metamorphosis, transmutations of the mind and spirit. Do I have to let go of Vanessa is the question to get any further? Do I have to shuck my identity in order to fully accept and embrace the concept that a piece of the one lives in me and I exist only because the one thought everything into existence? The universe is mental. It's like you just find out some of the most jaw-dropping, life-changing information, and nothing in your life changes around it. I'm still on disability. I'm pretty sure I still have agoraphobia. Pretty sure I still have anxiety. So what's different about me, if anything? And if nothing is different, then what was the point of it? And if there's no point in it, why am I so fascinated? Why can't I just drop it? Why do I feel like I'm almost onto something? Why do I feel like there's more? I don't know. I don't know if I just feel like this myself, or if anybody else who's come down this road has experienced or thought or felt the same sort of lostness that I'm experiencing. Now, I know there are those out there that seem pretty darn sure that they know what to do with it, and it's to teach the rest of us. And I'm really glad to see that for some people this revelation can be life transformative on many levels. But I'm just not really seeing that for myself. That's all. But maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's just about awakening, just enlightenment, having a higher perspective on the workings of the world and the goings on and the mechanics of it. And maybe somehow when I need it, these things will come into play, and I'll remember it, and I'll use these principles, and I'll use what I'm learning, and it'll work out. Yeah, but I just wanted to get this out and say I'm not going to stop the journey because I'm fascinated and it feels right, but I have questions. And it really would be nice to ask some questions and get answers. Talk about it. Understand it by discussion. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think that'll be all for now. Thank you.